Welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to talk about a very prominent economist from the United States, but whose work has influenced many economists around the world. The economist's name is Murray Rothbard. Murray Rothbard, in words used by Jeff Deist, the president of the Mises Institute, he calls him, and I quote, the preeminent libertarian thinker of 20th century. So he was not just an economist, but a great thinker, an historian, and many other careers which we will look at later in our this episode. So the first one, we will start with the fact that Murray Rothbard he was a believer of Austrian economics, and he was one of an uncompromising optimist. This is a very rare breed of an economist or of a professional. He's a man who always believed that the best will happen despite the bad things which were happening during his time. The president of Mises Institute has written extensively about Murray Rothbard. He has even indicated to some section that he wrote more, and most of his work cannot be read in a lifetime as compared to that of Mises, von Mises. Murray was a man who was always ahead of his time. He was a fashionable man in his work. He was a professor at the University of Nevada, and he died prematurely at the age of 68 due to heart failure. He was many things folded into one. As I mentioned, he was an economist. 2, he was a libertarian scholar. 3, he was a philosopher. He was also an historian. He was a political scientist, a legal theorist, an ethicist, a sociologist, and a mentor, and above all, a journalist. It is also reported that during his free time, Murray Rothbard was moonlighting as an amateur sports analyst and a movie critic. So this is a man who was all round, who was in every part of knowledge. Among his output, I will mention 5 key outputs which the great economist Murray Rothbard made during his lifetime. 1, he produced or he wrote more than 30 books, complete books. Then number 2, his areas of interest were money, monopoly, price theory, and business cycles. Number 3, he wrote a great book titled Conceived in Liberty. This was a huge 4-volume colonial American history. So he was an historian. That is why we mentioned that he was a great historian. Apart from teaching economics to the university students at the University of Nevada in the United States, he also wrote extensively in history, 4 volumes of a book called Colonial American History. That was incredibly varied written work. His full bibliography needs 62 pages of published work. That is, if you want to list all the works that he has published before, you need 62 pages. He contributed 100 chapters to books edited by other people. He wrote over 1,000 scholarly and popular articles. What do we mean here in number 5? When we say he wrote 1,000 articles, scholarly articles, these are articles which were published in scholarly journals around the world. Many professors will tell you this, that it is not very easy to publish even 100 scholarly papers, but he managed to publish 1,000 of them. Full professors in this country and abroad have been known to publish not more than 100 papers. Someone who has published 250 scholarly papers is known to be prolific. But for the great economist, Murray Rothbard, a great philosopher, a great historian, a great political scientist, he published 1,000 and excess of 1,000 scholarly articles. Above all, he held a PhD in economics from Columbia University. He possessed an intelligence and a work ethic which was considered supernatural or superior to other public intellectuals and colleagues in academia during his time. Up to that point, that is the end of the biography or the profile of the great economist Murray Rothbard, the preeminent libertarian thinker of 20th century, according to Jeff Deist, the president of Mises Institute. Thank you for tuning in to Kerosi TV. Until another time, see you on the internet.